bottles, aluminum cans, glass jars?
You nailed it! Remember, Palm Beach County, recycle right and stay in the game for our planet.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Attention, South Florida! The PGA Tour champions and the Pro Football Hall of Fame are teaming up for a one-of-a-kind event, the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. From March 31st to April 6th, the action takes over the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, featuring Hall of Fame legends like Warren Sapp, Calvin Johnson, Andre Reed, Rondé Barber, Chris Carter, and more. Tickets are on sale now at JamesHardyInvitational.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the home of legends.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's time we discuss an important topic. Who was the first person to steal your sports heart? Oh, it's going to be a fun show.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. It is Friday, our first non-football Friday of the new year. And first of many to come over the next several months, as people probably still pine for more of it. But based on the clips I'm seeing out of Philadelphia here, is the that green team is having their little Super Bowl parade. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off that for a little while. I'm good off that. On the other side of the glass, on the ones and twos, is C-Cat. He's ready to rock it on a Valentine's Day. He's ready to rock it on a Freaky Friday, Valentine's Day Friday. And have you enjoyed any of those clips? Man, I see Jalen Hurts with the whole Love Hurts Jordan brand slogan, and he's wearing the Kango, and it looks like they're having a good time, I guess.
Seems like you're torturing yourself. You know when something really bad happens in the news and you can't help but scroll on your phone and look at more videos, pictures, reaction of that specific event that is torturing you, that's lessening your mood.
Right.
It feels like you're doom scrolling the Eagles Super Bowl parade, because I honestly haven't seen much of it at all.
Maybe we just have different timelines. I'm definitely not seeking it out, but there's a lot of clips from the Eagles Super Bowl parade all throughout my my Twitter/X timeline. I'm seeing apparently which one of the defensive ends was it? Sweat that was wearing the mink coat similar to Cody Long did. No, you haven't seen this?
Yeah, Chris Long. No, I
Chris
didn't
Long,
see.
yeah, Cody Long.
No, I haven't seen any of this. It has not reached me.
You haven't seen. Well, you did see the CJ Chauncey Gardner Jr., whatever he's going by these names. He's attacking Swifties right now.
And I love it. I love every bit of it, not backing down.
Yeah.
Like first he said that Travis Kelce should have stayed with his ex-girlfriend in response to the Taylor Swift relationship. And then the Swifties and Chiefs fans attack him, his family, his mom,
his mom's place of business.
So then he fires right back with you can stick it, Chiefs fans, essentially, in
it wasn't
different
Chiefs
wordage.
fans, Swifties.
Swifties, yes.
I was taught to never go after the Swifties. I was taught to stray from that crowd. They can be a ravenous bunch. I have said on record that nothing about a Taylor Swift performance moves me. I am also incredibly amazed at how much of a hive Taylor Swift does have, because I do think that there's other people that are far more impressive when it comes to music and performances, like a Sabrina Carpenter. She has some great stuff as well, but I would never attack them, straight up, because they're crazy. They're crazy. So I will say for Chauncey, CJ DJ, what's his nickname now? Gardner Jr. It's too many letters. Chauncey Gardner Jr. DJ, whatever. The Super Bowl champion Chauncey. I will say I would leave that crowd alone. I would let this be your last troll effort towards them, because they can be ugly.
I don't know. I think she does have an incredible amount of songs that have become hits and made records and all that.
No. Yeah, she's great. I think she's a really, really elite artist. She's up there. I'm just saying, like, for her to be the I remember there was times when people were comparing her to Beyonce, and I was like, whoa.
I think she is Beyonce to people. Like,
I know,
if
and
you
that's
don't like Beyonce and you happen to like Taylor Swift, then she is the cream of the crop.
I think that is an incredible. Like, I don't even think those two belong in the same conversation when it comes to performance value and honestly their discographies. But again, that's my taste, I guess. And for other people, they have a different set of standards for their music. And again, I don't want to be attacking the Swifties. Nothing against Taylor Swift. Again, in fact, all love to Taylor Swift, because I have a new theory here, C-Cat, and it just struck my mind today. We're going to be talking about sports loves. The first time someone, a team, a coach, a player stole our heart and we fell into sports love. We're going to be talking about that today here on a Valentine's Day. I have a new theory about what Travis Kelce's plan was with Taylor Swift, and I think it was never going to happen on the field in New Orleans after the Super Bowl, even if the Chiefs did win. Why wouldn't he have just waited until Valentine's Day Chiefs Super Bowl parade to then do it? Wouldn't that have been a more, serendipitous moment? Like,
you know what, Theo? I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right. It's a lot easier there.
It makes a lot more sense. It's less clunky. You can stage it a lot better, right? Like, you can actually have it be a real more intimate moment instead of it being a bunch of people rushing the field and players all over the place. Like, I think that would have been the play there. If you are Kelce, and he won't get that, we'll never know.
That's a good point, because you also don't want to be thinking about your proposal plans when you're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
After you win the Super Bowl, okay, now everything is easy. It's gravy.
You got
now
time
I can
to
just
map it
worry
out.
about that stuff.
Yeah, you got time to actually map it out. You got time to actually make it creative. You got time to get, like, production cameras around and stuff like that for it, because when he does eventually do this, because I am now in that camp, I'll never forget when this all started sparking up a couple of years ago, the Kelce Swift stuff, and we all thought it was just for play and it was just for clicks. There was one person at ESPN West Palm that believed from the jump and said, I think in the beginning stages, that they would eventually get married, and that was Tina.
Yeah, it was
Tina.
That
was Tina.
I thought you were about to claim that for a second. You were kind of gearing that up to say that it was you. Yes.
No, I wasn't.
I thought it was you for a while. I thought you were about to say
as
it.
I was saying it. Well,
Yes.
maybe just because I'm right about a lot of things often. That's it. T from the 203 says, "Go Birds" on our YouTube chat, like literally 30 seconds into the show here. And you're acting like I'm going out and seeking this stuff out. No, Philly fans are out here having a field day. I get it. You won the Super Bowl. That was like last weekend. Relax.
And Theo, you're finally understanding my point that getting to the Super Bowl is a bigger deal than winning the Super Bowl, because we've moved on.
Yes, we have certainly moved on as a sports watching public, as a community. Honestly, tonight the NBA All-Star Weekend tips off. I can't wait for the Rising Stars Challenge.
I've got live golf to watch tonight, man.
Yeah.
You've got Severance coming out last night. We've got things going on. Mr. Beast winner was announced the other day.
Really?
I got a lot of stuff going on. Now it's time for essentially the football offseason.
We're going to have to, here on Theoretically Speaking, because C-Cat, you and I, we align on a lot of different shows and whatnot, and Tina, I think, does as well. We're going to have to start doing like some not watch parties together, but like almost like a show watching club.
Yes, I was about to say.
These things drop.
Like, how do we not have these already? Because book clubs have been a thing since the dawn of paper.
Yeah.
Like, people love bonding about shows they watch. There should be show clubs.
Theoretically speaking, is going to launch a show club. We will start taking suggestions from our fans here, as well as in-house, and we'll start listing out shows. We got 7 right now on Apple TV. We have White Lotus about to come out here on HBO or Max or whatever they're calling it these days.
Is there a big show that you have not watched yet that's already completed that everyone has already seen?
Man, I mean, there's so many. Most shows like Entourage, Game of Thrones, Friends. I'm not gonna go watch Friends.
You watched Sopranos yet?
Haven't watched Sopranos. No.
Breaking Bad?
You know what? Breaking Bad might be the one that I would want to watch that I have not. I hear a lot of great Walter White tales. So, and I am ashamed to say it, so I'm only going to whisper it and we'll keep it pushing. I have not seen The Wire.
Oh, okay.
Not seen The Wire.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So, I'm working on it. It's just not enough time in the day, though. Like, people act like it's funny because, people criticize you for not seeing certain movies, not seeing certain shows, even not reading certain books. And it's like, I only get 24 of these things, right? I only get 24 of these things every day. They say I should sleep for 8 of them, so I get 16. And the other 16, I got other priorities. I'm watching sports. I'm working. I got other, how do people expect you to actually consume all of the many infinite things that are out there in the world? Like, if I can just take a shot of insulin and it came with the context of all of these shows, I'd do it. But, dude, it takes time.
Yeah, getting the references matters, though.
I know.
Like, to not consume that media and understand a reference to the depth that many other people do.
Yeah.
But we have certainly entered TV viewing season. We're not in the teeth of the NBA playoffs quite yet.
About that time.
We have these nights that are more vacant than they certainly were previously.
Yeah, it's about that time. So we'll start launching that soon. We'll get some of the schematics. We'll get the things around that built up so it could be fun. We'll invite the fans in on it as well, and we'll have some show talk on the show. Today we're having a little romance talk, though, on Valentine's Day, man. And I'll never forget, man, there was honestly, I've been growing up in Houston, I have only been to, I can probably count on both hands how many Houston Rockets games I went to in person as a kid and as an adult. And I'll never forget one of the first ones when we had just moved to the city. This is like late 90s, around 98, 99 time. The Rockets were not yet playing at Toyota Center. They were playing at the center that is now, Joel Osteen, where he preaches. What's his name of his church now?
Yeah, I don't know the name of the church, but Joel Osteen is the one that everyone knows.
Everybody knows Joel Osteen and his church. That very church used to actually be the arena in which the Rockets played back in the day. And I'll never forget walking up the ramp. And as we were about to enter the arena, my pops letting me know, it's my first NBA game as a kid. My pops telling me Michael Jordan actually walked these very steps before. Like, you're walking on a rarefied ground here. Thinking back on it, they were concourse ramps. So I'm sure Michael Jordan, I'm sure my dad was lying to me.
Yeah, right. He didn't grab a pretzel from the concession stand.
Yeah, why would Michael have, I'm sure he went, they had a special entrance for players, but that was the story that was told to me. That's what I believed as a kid. So I felt the gravity of that moment as we walked up in there, and I knew what this meant. This was a Lakers versus Rockets game. Regular season, middle of the year in Houston. I think my pops got tickets off of some kind of corporate thing, and so there were pretty nice seats. And I, who didn't necessarily have a favorite NBA team at that moment, I just liked certain players in the league. I actually rocked a Houston Rockets Charles Barkley jersey, right? The dark blue one. Think about the dream jersey that you see a lot of times, the dark blue Houston Rockets colorway blue with the red trim. It was lovely. I used to rock that jersey here and there just for fun. Rocked it to that game. Didn't have a favorite team. Definitely wasn't rooting for the Rockets because I didn't like them. My older brother, he actually really liked Shaq at the time. So he had a gold Lakers 34 jersey on, just like the one you'll see on the YouTube stream there. And we walked in there, and it's funny because we're talking about the first time you fell in sports love with an athlete, a player, or a team. My love for this certain athlete that I did fall for this day actually spawned from hate. Because as we got to our seats and as we started to enjoy this game versus the Rockets and the Lakers, and it was a little back and forth affair, there were so many fans around us because of my brother wearing the Shaq jersey and because of their fandom, I guess, for the Rockets, that were calling Shaq the Diesel, all these crazy names. Like, they were defaming the dude, talking down on him, rooting against him, booing him and everything like that. And, again, I wasn't a fan of the Lakers at all. Wasn't even a fan of Shaq at that moment, but I enjoyed watching him play ball, and I just could not in my childlike brain understand why so many people was hating on the big fella. And when that game tipped off, I thought I would be rooting for the Rockets. I had my Barkley jersey on. By the time that game finished, after the show that Shaq put on in that arena, I was actively rooting for the Lakers, not just in opposition of the fans around us that was heckling my brother and heckling Shaq, but also because of the display that I watched get put on by that dude, 7'1", 300 pounds, the most dominant player in the history of basketball, any level. That guy was unstoppable. I know that his work ethic gets chipped away at. I know that even his demeanor and some of the corny things he might say or do today, people laugh at. He's in a lot of ads, too. There's a little bit of oversaturation of Shaquille O'Neal these days. But that was my first time seeing him in person, and it was that day, that very day, that I fell in sports love with Shaquille O'Neal. People ask me all the time, how'd you grow up in Houston and you became a Heat fan? It's because of Shaq. It's because of Shaq. It's because of that one day at, I believe it was, Comcast Arena or something like that at the time, when I watched him put on a show, and I realized this is my favorite NBA player. This is a guy I want to root for, whether or not I like the Lakers, whether or not I ever see him again playing. I actually never saw him play in person again since that day, right? I mean, he played in L.A. for the majority of the back end of that career, and even when he bounced around, I hadn't gone to a lot of NBA games since, so it didn't make sense. But I became a Shaq fan, and when he was traded to the Heat in the summer of 2004, that is when I became a part of Heat culture, and now for the past 2 decades, I consider myself a Heat lifer now. And Shaquille O'Neal's presence, his aura, his excellence, his demeanor, his personality, the gravity in which he has when he just walks into a room, as well as the dominance that he showed on a basketball court, is the very reason why I can be proud and say that the Heat are my favorite team and have been for a while. And that's a franchise that it's one of those that you wear on your chest. I'm also a Miami Hurricanes fan. Love them to death. Sometimes it's a little, sometimes it can get a little sticky.
You're not proud of being a Hurricanes fan?
Not very proud of it. Not very proud of it actively. But as a Heat fan, even in down years, I'm proud because of what the foundation of that organization is, how they continue to retool and reinvent this thing, and what their kind of morals and ethics and what they stand for. I just love Heat culture. I love this squad. And it's all because of Shaq. My first time falling in sports love spewed from hate, and it turned into my fandom for the Miami Heat. So I'm eternally grateful for Shaq, and it makes me think today, who are those athletes, C-Cat, that these younger generations are going to be able to gravitate to and are watching today that will shape their sports fandom decades from now, right? Because that's how these things work. Like, think about the Luka Doncic fans in Dallas. The people that, they grew up in Dallas, and, these kids are Mavericks fans, but it was 77 they were rooting for. They don't give a damn about Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. They don't care that the Mavericks have won, 3 out of their last 4 games since the trade. They like Luka Doncic, and there's a good chance there's going to be a large base of Dallas area people who are going to be Lakers fans for the rest of their lives, all because of this one trade. That was me with Shaq and the Heat. That's going to be a lot of fans these days because they fell in sports love. And I'm curious who the first athlete, team, or maybe a coach, maybe you're a big Bob Hurley guy, that made you fall in sports love and forever change the way in which your fandom was driven. Let us know. Let us know here on Valentine's Day on ESPN 106.3's airwaves on Theoretically Speaking. What was the first time you fell in sports love? 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. The very first time, either watching it via the television screen, being in person, maybe you're reading a newspaper clip and you just saw something real cool. Somebody, Will Chamberlain, 100 points? That's my guy. The first time you fell in sports love, let us know here on Theoretically Speaking. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. It takes aura. It takes excellence. It also takes them playing the game with a great bit of fun. That's what makes people fall in sports love with a team or with an athlete. That's what Shaq embodied throughout his career. I mean, he had some reps. He had some movies. He just was a character, man. And I think there was a large – I'm not the only one that was just engulfed with what Shaq was able to bring to the basketball court. C-Cat, do you have a first sports love?
Yes, I do. I do have a first sports love, and I'm taking it in a literal sense. The first time I fell in love with sports, specifically a sport, specifically the National Football League, will time travel all the way back to 2008, the February of 2008, when it was David versus Goliath. And Goliath was the undefeated New England Patriots. I was at my Aunt Julie's house for the Super Bowl party. They were big Giants fans. This was the first time I've really ever watched football for the entire postseason in my entire life. So I said, I'm in New York. I'm going to root for the Giants. Why not? I watched the Giants lose a close one in Week 17 against the New England Patriots, but the Giants showed some fight there. There was a little bit of foreshadowing there. They earned a little bit of respect in that meaningless for the Patriots, other than having a completely perfect regular season, finale to their regular season. But what happened next, shocking the world, was Eli Manning and the New York Giants. I am a man who falls in love with moments more than teams or people. I fall in love with defying the odds, making a memorable moment like the Giants did back in 2008 when they beat the undefeated New England Patriots as a massive underdog. Nobody saw it coming. It was maybe the best team we've ever seen before in the NFL, New England Patriots, getting taken down by the David Tyree helmet catch. That would not have been impossible without the Eli Manning Houdini escape from the sack. And then it was Plaxico Burress making the catch in the front left corner of the end zone to cap it all off. The unlikely, unsung hero, Eli Manning, hoisting the Lombardi with Tom Coughlin as his head coach. That's what made me fall in love with football as a sport. See, my baseball fandom, my baseball love, it all was growing up. It's all I played. I was always a Yankee fan. Derek Jeter this, Johnny Damon that, Alex Rodriguez. See, it all kind of was bred within me. I never had a moment where I could say that's why I love baseball, because I was taught to expect Yankees World Series. When the Yankees won the World Series in 2009, it wasn't too insane to me because the Yankees had the most unparalleled in all sports. But when the Giants did that, I said, wait a second, whole nother ball game. Yeah. You can't predict that. It was impossible. It was like a storybook ending. The Giants' Super Bowl win over the Patriots made me fall in love with football.
I absolutely love that you brought up that specific game, that specific moment, because as you spoke about it, it made me realize that was actually the very first time I was pulling for Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. Like, really? I actively rooted against the Patriots dynasty. I actively rooted against Brady all the way up until that point. A couple of things happened that season for me that flipped me. Number one, like, my angst for the Brady-led and Belichick-led Patriots, it wasn't just that they were boring. I didn't think they were that good. And, like, through their first three Super Bowl, again, let me just finish. I get the confusion on your face. It didn't feel like they were that good. Like, remember, Brady wasn't a superstar quarterback early on in his career when he first started off. Like, he was getting carried by defense. There was the tuck rule stuff. There were the him getting saved by field goal kicks late in games in the playoffs and in Super Bowls. Like, he was beating the good and the thrilling teams like the Greatest Show on Turf, or maybe even at the time the Carolina Panthers, who I did feel like was a more entertaining team to watch back in that Super Bowl. Like, they were more so taking down teams that I expected them to lose to. But in 2007, two things happened. Number one, I had to eventually come to a place where I accepted the excellence that they're exuding, and I'm like, you know what? They're that damn good. I like watching history happen. Let's see them finish this thing off with a perfect season. But also, C-Cat, the thing that can't be ignored about that Pats team, 81. 81. Like, I wanted Randy Moss to get a Super Bowl win. I wanted Randy Moss to be a champion, and for them to have a perfect season, and for it to look the way that it looked, right? Like, Brady is over the top, deep balls to Moss, left and right. I think, how many touchdowns did he have that year? Like 23, 22?
Too many.
I wanted for a guy like Moss, who I'm sure a lot of people, they fell in football love or fell in love with Moss's game to an extent to where he might have been the one that drove their sports fandom going forward. I wanted him to be able to crown off his career with a win, with a Super Bowl title, and it didn't happen. So that was a turning moment for me as well. More so, it turned me from a Brady hater to a Brady appreciator.
But it felt like a storybook because you had the pretty boy, Tom Brady. With
He wasn't
his
that pretty back then.
He had the long hair, though, the locks.
He hadn't go. As many surgeries later, he looks like he looks now. Let's not forget what he looked like back then.
And it was the evil empire in the Patriots and Bill Belichick. It all looked too perfect for this.
Yeah.
Scrap, just salt of the earth.
6 seed too, right?
Scraping by, with the New York Giants. It didn't seem possible until it was. It was good versus evil, and good prevailed. It was like a booked wrestling match.
Do you think anybody else, do you think like Giants fans were born from that 07 team that also carried into them beating the Patriots in 11 as well, like outside of the city of New York, right? Like, do you think that people, because of their hate for the Patriots, their hopefulness that the Pats would get taken down on the big stage, like there's a good chance that Eli Manning maybe spawned a sports love for many of people, not just for football like it did for you, but for the Giants?
It's difficult because the Giants are a major market that has so many teams that you default don't like New York unless of that very perfect scenario where New York was the vast underdog and there was a dominant team that was also in the Super Bowl. I don't think so, because I think people default to disliking New York if you go one way or the other.
That's true. And also, they lacked, I have 3 key points that I feel like makes everybody fall in love with either moments, teams, players, coaches, whatever. The aura, the excellence, and the fun. They didn't have a sustained amount of excellence. They had a couple playoff runs, the Giants did. They didn't have that much aura, but there were some aura-filled plays, like the one you talked about, the Tyreek catch, Manning eluding the sack, Plaxico Burress' catch. And I think it was some fun there. I came up with a list, though, C-Cat, of current-day players that could be the apple, that could be the apple in the eye of many of the young kids that could change the way that they view sports going forward. Let me know how you like some of these. Number one, we got to start with 2 players that had big-time moments last night, right? Like, can we play the clip from Juju Watkins, USC forward/guard, who went absolutely bananas? Actually, we can't just yet. Went absolutely bananas last night. USC women's basketball taking on UCLA, who was undefeated. The Bruins, undefeated, number 1 team in the nation, going up against the number 1 player in college basketball, Juju Watkins. And what did Juju do? 38 points, 11 boards, 5 assists, 8 blocks. She's not a big man. 8 blocks for Juju. And USC gets the win. Here's one of the big shots she hit that had the crowd ablaze in the first half.
Watkins looking for something. Keeps the dribble alive somehow. The boys. 2 threes.
Money.
You called it, Kim.
Juju might be back. Not that she ever left.
Watkins, that play right there, she had lost her hand a little bit, scrambled for it, stepped back. She shot it from about 28, 30 feet in the face of a defender and drilled a 3-pointer. She makes plays like that left and right. She is going to be the Jordan of the WNBA when she does leave college basketball. And I do think Juju Watkins in her elite play is going to be one of those people that people fall in love with. That people fall in love with her game, her aura, her excellence, her ability to score, her ability to defend at the highest level. Like, she's the complete package when it comes to women's basketball, and she put that on front stage last night.
Yeah, I think it's a good point because we talked about it before the show about how people are more aware of the sport, of WNBA basketball, aware of that league and how these girls can still play. And because of the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark effect.
Yeah.
Right? Like that rivalry, it made you pick one side or the other. So now you're going to sit and watch that game. Now you know about it. Juju Watkins could be the player that makes you love it.
She's going to take it to the next level. They are the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson for more reasons than one. And Juju Watkins will be the Michael Jordan to that tandem. The WNBA as a whole, the league is going to take a major bump because of the play of these stars. More excellence on the other side, more players and athletes that people are falling in love with, including the moment that Anthony Edwards had last night and his remarks on it on the other side. Because Ant-Man did it again. He's a guy who, again, if I was a kid right now, I might end up being a Wolves fan, no matter where the hell I was. I love watching him play. One of my favorite guys to watch in the NBA. He's a guy that I think is going to attract the attention and the ire of those opposed of many basketball fans. Who was your first sports love? Who made you fall in love with them the most on the on the gridiron, maybe on the hardwood, or maybe even on the golf course? Let us know here on Theoretically Speaking, 888-760-3776. We continue that conversation. Plus, the hottest NFL free agency destination of 2025 is not the Washington Commanders. I'll tell you who it is. Just stick around on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Do you think Bill Belichick ever listens to Unsportsmanlike? I mean, we know he's a man of few words, but he has to appreciate my quarterback rules, right? I bet he's been in the office watching game film, and then bam, my voice comes on. He's probably just thinking, oh, that Cohen guy is so smart. We're practically best friends.
DQ Grill and Chill, always your Valentine for delicious treats. Enjoy the blizzard of the month, the Red Velvet Cake Blizzard. Indulge in real red velvet cake pieces and cream cheese icing blended with DQ Signature Soft Serve. Make sure you pick up your Cupid cake, a great Valentine's Day gift, with DQ Grill and Chill's custom red velvet or a specific flavor for your liking. $13.99 through Valentine's Day. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The new state-of-the-art showroom at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach is now open. And let me tell you, it's amazing. If you're looking for a brand new 2020 to 2025 Kia, there is something for you. Every car has so many awesome features, it will be hard to pick just one. Plus, the safety tech and that unbeatable 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's peace of mind in every mile. If you've been putting off car shopping, now's the time. Don't wait any longer. Get down to Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, trade keys, and drive home a new Kia today. So, which one will you choose? See my friend Lonnie Mister at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach and find out why there are more Kias on the road every day. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or Lonnie at 561-433-1511 and check us out online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, where your new Kia is waiting for you.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See kia.com or retailer for details.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
every Miami Heat game all the way through the NBA playoffs. What's West Palm's official home for the Miami Heat? Say it with me. ESPN 106.3.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hey golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With 3 indoor simulators and a state-of-the-art putting studio, Flagstick helps players at all levels up their game. Get lessons from experts, try the latest clubs, or just come up for a round in the simulators. You can track your stats and see real improvement. Flagstick is where serious golfers and beginners find their edge. Bring your friends or family and enjoy golf like never before. Visit flagstickgolfperformance.com to book your session.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Not very festive today. Not festive today, CK. Was that? You're a Hey Culligan Man right there?
You actually did.
Yeah.
I didn't even hit the button. It did it itself.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Pretty incredible. How did that happen just like out of the blue like that?
I do not know.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. Well, you know what it might be? Because I literally got my Culligan system installed this morning. Like, I was late coming into work because I wanted to make sure everything was like handled. It wasn't like late for this. It was more so because we had some morning meetings pop up. My guy pulled up like around 8 a.m. or so. Got my reverse osmosis system put in. That's going to be like, it's right under my sink. It's really cool, actually. I can't wait till you come and check it out, CK. You push a button. It's like a Bluetooth button, and it changes my faucet water to drinking water.
Whoa.
Like instantly. Like it goes, you push the button, you watch the water pressure change, and now this is the drinking water that you would either fill up the pasta thing with or your cup to drink with some ice. It's pretty great.
That's awesome.
It's great. The reverse osmosis system. The good thing about it as well is now that it's hooked up, I actually can get an app through Culligan, and it just monitors everything that's going on with the filtration process. So I know if I need to change a filter. In fact, it'll buzz my technician and it'll buzz me. So my guy, Tim, who hooked me up, he'll be able to know, hey, Theo, yo, you need a new filter. You want to change it yourself? Want somebody to come by and do some service on it? Great. So not only do I have good, clean water, I also have some attentive service. And the most important part, I didn't get to watch and see this thing be done all the way because I had to leave, but got a water softener outside as well now. Only thing I got to do is keep on refilling it with salt. You know what I'm saying? Go to the store, get some salt, fill it up, make it shake. Now it is going to change the game in the crib. No more hard water. My water heater isn't going to have all those minerals build up right around the heating element, which will make your water heater actually deteriorate quicker than its lifespan is supposed to be. My shower doors that are glass shower doors, they won't get all dirtied up from the mineral water that's coming out of the faucet now, because now my shower head is going to be pouring out soft water.
I bet your wife's got to be really happy too, because my girlfriend always complains when we go maybe to a hotel or we're out of town or maybe somewhere else where it's bad hard water to like wash her hair with. She hates it.
It's bad. It's literally bad for you. It's literally bad for you. And also, it could be detrimental to your health. Not only is it uncomfortable, not only can bad and hard water mess up your skin, it could actually give you some serious problems if you don't get your water checked out. Your water is likely contaminated if you don't have some kind of system in your home. And that's why you need to call the man. Which man?
Hey, Culligan Man!
It's hard to see contaminated water coming out of the faucet. The taste, though, is difficult to ignore. So I beg you to do what I did. Go to Culligan.com. Go to Culligan.com and make sure you sign up for a free water test. You get that free water test, you'll at least understand what are the chemicals and contaminants in your water. How hard is your water? Do you need to get a system set up so you can get some softened water, as well as what it would look like to get that install done. Culligan.com. Culligan.com, or you can just open your door up and say,
Culligan Man!
and they're right there. C-Cat, you're not festive today, man. I thought you would be, in some pink. I got like a light purple shirt on. It looks pink on the stream here.
I was confused by saying I'm not festive today.
Yeah, you're wearing your Hawaiian shirt. I feel like you have some pink, red stuff, but you're not sporting.
I built the outfit around the hat today because the Crushers are in action in Live Golf Adelaide. So my favorite shirt to wear with my white, blue, and yellow hat is my blue and yellow shirt.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever did it hit you? When did it cross your mind today that it's actually Valentine's Day? Did you wake up and know, or did it?
See, I did the smart thing. Pro tip out to everybody who is in a relationship. On my way home from work yesterday is when I bought the flowers.
Smart. Yeah,
so
smart.
not expecting it then.
Yeah.
No. So now I'm good today.
Yeah. Smart man.
Exactly. Now, if I leave work at 7 o'clock, 7:30, no one's going to have flowers. Or they're going to price gouge me out the wazoo on the side of Okeechobee.
Yeah.
So I did it the day before.
Smart man. Congratulations. And your girlfriend's going to be happy and proud. It's a good day in the Cat household. I need to still, don't tell anybody this, but I still need to book my reservations for tonight.
They're gone.
For dinner.
You're not going to be able to.
I think there's still some openings.
You have like a high class, I don't know. It's not like you're going to your local
mom and pop shop or anything.
Yeah, very cheap restaurant, chain restaurant, I'm thinking more so.
Yeah.
You have really high taste. So if you're thinking of somewhere nice for Valentine's Day and you didn't book a reservation yet, sorry, pal.
I think I'll make it work.
Get ready for car seat Chinese. Like, that's a night in for the Dorseys.
I think I can make it work. One of the things I mentioned with my wife here is wherever we go, we will not get drinks there. We will not get dessert there. I'm making it a fun and interactive Valentine's Day. Hold on, C-Cat. I know what you're thinking. I know what you and I are on the same page.
Wait, you guys are both ordering waters?
Hold on. No. We're getting food. We're getting entrees, appetizers, whatever. I know what you're thinking. I mean, this is a smart move. We just did Carbone this past weekend for the anniversary, so I'm hurting. You're thinking, Theo, you're being cheap.
Yeah, because I am you, yes.
Okay, so this is why the way that I pitched it to my wife, and I pray to God she's not listening right now. I pray to God she did not tell her smart speaker to play ESPN 106.3 or tapped in with us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. I told her, you know what would be fun this year for Valentine's Day?
Fun, yeah.
You know what would be really like? Because I want a personal touch to what we're doing. And we're two very creative people. We should both, instead of going out and getting a dessert that we might not like, going out and getting craft cocktails that might not be up to snuff, we should both take one of those two things, own it, and make it for each other on this Valentine's Day. So I'm in charge of the cocktails for tonight that we're going to have at home.
Gas station buzzballs, yep.
We're going to make them. You know, we get behind the bar. We get creative. We get crafty. We got the shaker and all of that stuff. I got the whole hookup in the bartender area of my house.
The craft Theo Dorsey Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah. Just shaking around when she's not looking. And she's going to be in charge of coming up with a homemade dessert. So wherever we go out to dinner tonight, we still need to book the reservation. I'm a little bit behind, and I do apologize to my wife and whichever restaurant that I'm going to put into a bind because I'm going to be begging them to open up a table for two. We're only getting entrees and appetizers. Maybe I shouldn't say that because the restaurants won't let us in.
That's a good point. There are people that were trying to impress these dates because they're trying to get action later that night.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you married couples, you know.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go. I mean,
have you ever bribed like a hostess or even a hotel receptionist when you know you're asking something extra of them? They call it the $20 trick in Vegas. Or, sorry, sir, we're all booked up today. We can't fit you in. Then you pull out a 20 of your wallet and say, are you sure?
Sure
you
about
ever
that,
done
bud?
something like that?
Sure about that, bud?
I do not
I got
have
an
the
Abraham
confidence.
Lincoln that's otherwise $5.
Yeah, I've never had the confidence and been bold enough to actually try that.
I have. Here's the place that I do it religiously, and it works out most times, is when I'm going on a flight and I get there early enough and I need to check a bag and I know it's going to be overweight. I go to the outside curbside check-in and I'll bring my bag there. Now, they already expect tips, but what I do before I put the bag on the scale to weigh it, I'll hand them the 10 or the 20 before we even start the whole interaction. So I was like, hey, man, what's good with you, man? Oh, man. So, hey, I like that. I like that hat. Hey, here go 20 right quick. Appreciate your help. Then I put the bag up and everything. And when the bag does ring in overweight, generally speaking, they might show some love because it's like I already showed some love off the front.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
Overweight baggage fees they hit you over the head. Well, it's like paying for a whole second bag.
I experienced it for the first time because, listen, I told you before, I'm cheap. Yeah. I am cheap. I act as though. It's all up here, right in the head. I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
When we were in Italy flying back, we bought a whole lot of souvenirs, bunch of cheese, bunch of food, bunch of souvenirs, like a lot of stuff. Yeah. So we had to buy a full suitcase. We didn't check a bag going to Italy. We bought a suitcase in Italy, filled it up with all the stuff we were bringing back, and we're going to check it on the way back. Well, the thing is, food and drinks, they are pretty heavy when you try to pack them.
Right.
So we got slapped over the head with like $150 of fees for being overweight. I could have finagled my way because I didn't even know they weighed the bags outside.
Yeah, they weigh them on they got a scale right there where you put it up. Same process inside. But I think the key is, again, if you hit them with the 10 or the 20 up front, I have never actually done that, and they still charge me. And they still charge me for the overweight bag.
Or like they won't take your money. Or maybe they will take your money.
I mean, it's possible.
It's
a risk.
Suck.
It's a risk. But either way, it's like you're supposed to tip the people that work outside for the. I get it.
What do you get outside that you don't get in? You just wait in line? Like what service they providing you outside other than the freebie that you get because you tipped?
It's a good question. And you can tip the people inside as well. I think it's less. I think it's frowned upon more so maybe. That feels more like bribing. Outside, it's more of a service. It's more like almost like a valet type service to do it outside. I don't know what you get extra outside of them just checking your bag in earlier. I don't know.
Huh?
It's a good question. I've never even considered that because I only use it when I need to check an overweight bag. And now that I'm putting my strategy out there, I'm hoping they don't stop hooking the brother up with that because, well, I do it at PBI from time to time as well. So if good people at PBI, if you're listening, this is Colin Russo speaking.
That's right.
Not Theo Dorsey. Yes. Theo's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He would never try to circumvent overweight bag fees.
Never.
He would also never lie to you about which NFL team this offseason should actually be the belle of the ball when it comes to free agency. Everybody watched what Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders did this postseason and regular season for that matter. And they fell in sports love with that story. Unless you're a woman, because Jaden Daniels' mom is not letting you anywhere near her son. Smart woman, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards' mom needs to step in because he's wilding out. But it makes sense. Jaden Daniels plays an electric style of football. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He helped carry the Washington Commanders to a place that they had not been in a long, long time, making it to the NFC Championship game, a 12-win season, doing it in his debut year. And they have the third most cap space this summer. So everybody's positioning the Commanders to be the number one free agency destination this year. They have the quarterback in place. They've got some of the most money available, and they have a lot of holes to fill on that roster where they can make upgrades. Have we not already forgotten about another place that just came off of a quarterback who finished up his rookie year that looked good, showed flashes, but didn't have the same amount of success? Have we already passed up on what a moment would be like to play with number 18, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, who the Commanders have $75 million in cap space, C-cap, but the Bears have 62. They've got a lot of open space as well. And I believe if you are a free agent this offseason, I think we're all getting it wrong. The Commanders are number one on a lot of sports talkers' hearts, but I do believe when free agents actually line this thing up and look at it, playing for the Chicago Bears, for Ben Johnson, the new, hot, young offensive coordinator that can scheme guys open, that players seem to love going out and going to war for, the team that has the quarterback in place, you got your franchise quarterback, but you also don't have those same expectations that the Commanders have coming into next year. Next year, anything outside of a divisional round appearance for the Commanders is a failure. Next year, people expect the Commanders to try and compete in the NFC East for that division crown. And next year, if those things don't happen, if they fall short of what they did this past season with a rookie Jaden Daniels, you know who's going to get the brunt end of the blame there? The free agent acquisitions.
Whoever changes.
Yeah.
It was good last year. Who's new?
He messed up the chemistry. Oh, T. Higgins, they paid T. Higgins $30 million, and he's out here dropping balls on third down, or Jaden Daniels is forcing the ball to him because he's unhappy in the locker room. It's messing up the chemistry. We had a good thing going last year, but T. Higgins has become a bit of a problem in the locker room. Like, insert name here, any acquisition they make, they're going to be the ones that are either credited for them taking the extra step, but most likely because we've seen so many sophomore slumps and because we know that teams that are ahead of pace, that played over their head, played over expectations in a year, generally the next season they end up coming back down to earth. The free agent acquisitions are going to be the ones that catch the blame for that. And I don't think that same thing happens in Chicago, a place where the bar is low. You make the playoffs with the Bears next year, and if you're a helpful part of that puzzle, you're going to be worshiped. People in Chicago are thirsty for some success right now. Also, on top of that, if you go to the Commanders, I don't know how much fun that situation is going to be next year under Dan Quinn with the team with a heightened level of expectations that was one win away from the Super Bowl. They have a different level of focus, a different level of discipline. Yes, that's a good thing. Also, if I'm a free agent trying to make big bank and go somewhere and have some fun and win football games, they're both in the NFC. They both have the same amount of chance to actually try and make a big push. The Bears just feels like the place that would feel more inviting, more homely, more I know athletes are competitors, but it does feel good to walk in somewhere that doesn't have the heightened expectations that the Commanders are going to have next year as well.
You'll be loved in Chicago if you just make the playoffs, like you said.
Yeah.
That bar is so low and it's so manageable.
I just think we're missing the bar here. There's a lot of people saying the Commanders are the hottest free agency destination. There's other people saying maybe the Raiders to go play for Tom Brady in this blank canvas out in Las Vegas. We're sleeping on the Bears once again, and I know we tried to call our shot last year. You said the Bears would make the Super Bowl. I said Caleb Williams was going to break a bunch of rookie records. I'm doubling down. This is what they like to call the post-hype sleeper. The Chicago Bears are going to make some big ads in the offseason and free agency. Those guys are going to become rock stars in that city for what they're able to do to elevate the play of Caleb Williams alongside Ben Johnson and the new staff. And this is going to be the talk of the town, the flavor of the day this offseason. Don't forget where you heard it first, right here on Theoretically Speaking, right after we got done telling you how to get your oversized bags through the airport.
Yeah.
We give it all to you here.
That's a great tip. I'm not going to forget that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it has worked so excellently for me in the past, and I will be continuing to utilize it. I do wonder, though, you said you did that flight out of Italy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they rocking out there.
If the tipping culture isn't that strong in Europe,
yeah,
it's almost like a bribe. It's almost like you really expect something. There's nothing granted from service employees in Europe.
Don't they get offended when you tip in other countries where tipping culture isn't like necessarily like a regular thing? Because I get why people say this, and I'm curious if people have real insight on this. Let us know here on Theoretically Speaking, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Is it offensive to tip someone who's not expecting one? Like as welcome as it is to get a $20 bill. Like if I wrapped up a radio interview.
Oh,
we had a guest in here. We wrap up an interview, and like on the way out, he dapped me up like, "Man, that was great, bro. Here you go." And slides me a 20. I'd be like,
that's a good point. But I know people that work retail, and like you're not expected to get tipped at the counter when you're buying a pair of jeans. But if they slide you $20, yeah. I got a buddy who got $100 from a very rich lady. She was like the mother of a famous tennis player who was at his designer store and gave him $100.
I guess it depends on the role. It depends on probably the age of the person that's getting tipped. And it also depends on the amount of money you tip someone. But I have heard, this is not my own perspective speaking, I have heard it can be offensive to tip someone who's not expecting a tip because it's almost like you're looking at them and saying, you could use some more money.
You need this more than me.
Yeah. So, again, that's why, like, if I finished up a radio interview here, if I finished up a Theoretically Speaking interview, we had a big-name athlete in here. Let's say we had Devin Hester in here, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, and at the end of it, he slid me $200. Probably be cool with it. I'll probably be cool with it. If he slid me 20, though, I'll be offended. I'd be like, yo.
But also, I mean, it's almost like we tip people to show appreciation in a non-monetary way. If Devin Hester showed up here with, hey, here's a Devin Hester jersey, or here's something really cool.
Yep.
Which it kind of is the same dollar amount or valuation, but it's shown in a different way, a more thoughtful way.
It's a gift, though.
You don't know what that waiter wants. If you knew that he was the biggest fan of this artist and you got him a T-shirt from that artist, then yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's different, though. Because, and again, I know we got to get to a break here. We got to get around on the other side. It's different because if you're Devin Hester, you know that anybody that appreciates you, that likes you, that loved you as an athlete, you can always easily give them something that is going to be of substantial, value to them, and that is a Devin Hester signed whatever, or a jersey, or things like that. You as CCAT, me as Theo Dorsey, like, it would be pretentious for us to try and just sign something for somebody, and the monetary value that we'd be able to just put in somebody's pockets if they're not expecting it, like, a 20. If you slip somebody a 20, I think it's a good gesture. I do think that sometimes it could come off a little offensive. So I don't know. On the other side, though, we do have a get around, and of course we have Todd Fleming coming up, CEO of Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. We got a great Who Missed the Cut, so you're going to want to stick around for that one. It is golf-themed. A hole-in-one is involved, and it left a lot of people in the office thinking. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking on a Valentine's Friday on ESPN 106.3.
The all-new 2025 Range Rover Evoque, where bold design meets refined luxury. Ready to elevate your drive? With 3.9% APR for 60 months, it's the perfect time to make your move. For well-qualified buyers, that means payments as low as $1,837 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit your Land Rover Palm Beach off Okeechobee Boulevard, or head over to LandRoverPalmBeach.com and experience the 2025 Range Rover Evoque today.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
Attention, South Florida! The PGA Tour champions and the Pro Football Hall of Fame are teaming up for a one-of-a-kind event, the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. From March 31st to April 6th, the action takes over the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, featuring Hall of Fame legends like Warren Sapp, Calvin Johnson, Andre Reed, Rondé Barber, Chris Carter, and more. Tickets are on sale now at JamesHardyInvitational.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the home of legends.
Looking to lose weight without painful injections? Introducing semaglutide oral spray, a game changer in weight loss, now available at whywait.net. This revolutionary spray delivers the proven power of semaglutide in an easy, needle-free, affordable solution. Get started today. Visit whywait.net to learn more about the semaglutide oral spray and take control of your weight loss journey. That's the letter Y, WEIGHT.net.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Oh, I got a bone to pick with my guy Todd Fleming here. I just got a text about something that's coming up with me and him, and not only am I nervous about this big event, but I just found out additional information on it. CCAT, man, this is it's time for a good get around. It's time for a great get around here on Theoretically Speaking, curated by none other than CCAT himself, and it's going to get the grooves going all across the nation. Biggest headlines of the day right here on the Get Around.
I get around. What you mean you don't know? Round and round. Check it go. I get around.
The Get Around today is brought to you by Duffy Sports Grill. Where's the first stop?
Next stop,
Adelaide, Australia, because Live Golf began their tournament from down under yesterday. It started off with a bang because it's the party hole. That's where everyone goes to get absolutely plastered surrounding a par 3. Take it away, Patrick Reed.
A little subdued early, the crowd at 12, and then it just gets a little more encouraging, shall we say, as the day goes on.
Me! Patrick Reed, you little beauty!
Well, that didn't take long.
An ace for the full ace in the first hour on day one!
Yep, that's a hole-in-one for Patrick Ace about 30 minutes into the entire tournament. However...
That's his last name for real?
Yeah, well, that's his team. 4 aces of the team. Patrick Reed is the guy.
Okay.
Not everyone saw it. Who paid to see it? This guy had to use the bathroom.
Me and Noodles over here, we went to get a drink, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go to the toilet.
You just go back and meet the boys. I'll see you there. And as I was mid-urination depletion, I hear this massive cheer, and I thought, surely not. Like, maybe it's a bit close. Maybe it's just a birdie chance. That's great. That's phenomenal. I walk up here, and these boys are like, no way, you missed it. That's outrageous. I said, get stuff. Look, I see all the cans on the ground. Oh, my God. Some part of me is a bit optimistic and says, look, there might be another guy that does it. Another part of me says, honestly, what's even the point of being here?
It ain't going to happen again.
The whole reason you buy those tickets, you go to this tournament, is to possibly see a hole-in-one and throw your beer onto the course. That's a tradition. So, Theo, I ask you, is there a significant sport moment in your life that you simply just missed?
He should have still threw his beer on the course, number one. And I'll tell him right now, it will never happen again because I've been chasing this glory ever since I missed this major moment. And it's been like about 20 years, and it hasn't been repeated. I believe the year was 2004, February. It was in Houston. The Super Bowl, Patriots versus Panthers. And the moment that happened wasn't a play. It was the halftime show, and it was none other than Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake getting down. Now, my pops was actually at the game. Me and my cousins and all my friends and whatnot were in the living room watching it on the big screen. That's when you had the big screens with the butt on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't move that screen around a lot.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying a lot of attention because I'm not captivated by, come on, I'm a kid. I'm watching football. And all of a sudden, all the kids that were watching, like, screeched. Like, it was like a big halt. Like, what? I'm like, what the hell happened? So I run back over, like, what's good? What happened? And then they told me what Janet Jackson, what was revealed upon Justin Timberlake's
You missed the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. I missed that, and it hasn't happened again. I've watched every single halftime show attentively, waiting to see it happen again. In 20 years plus, it hasn't happened. Kendrick Lamar, I'm like, what's good, bro? Scissors right. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to walk out in a robe? Like,
no, Scissors right there.
Oh, okay.
Timberlake, hey, it hasn't happened again. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. My TV went out. My cable went out when San Diego State had the ball with a chance to beat FAU and go to the national championship game. And conversely, FAU had a chance to get one stop and go to the national championship game. So I missed the dagger, the pull-up jumper that sent San Diego State to the national championship game and ended FAU's Cinderella run.
That was one of the more deflating plays I've ever seen in the history. I was there, and that also happened at the same place, NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, and that was deflating as hell. I will say, too, moments that made you fall in sports love. My wife texted into the show and said the FAU Final Four run.
Whoa.
That made her fall in love with, like, going to basketball events. And now she loves March Madness, all based on going to a lot of those stops along that tour. Big FAU fan, too. She loves Owsley. She loves the mascot.
Huh. Well, you know what's one person who does not love one aspect of sports? We go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because today's the Eagles Super Bowl parade. That's not going to stop CBS NFL play-by-play man Jim Nantz from raining on their parade. Nantz thinks this should happen.
I'm done with the tush push. I think it needs to go away. And I know that's a big part of the arsenal for the Eagles. I think it needs to change. Now, they execute it better than anyone. So Philadelphia fans, will there be an outcry? Say, why are you penalizing us? I don't like the play.
Why?
I just don't like the play. It feels too automatic.
Theo, you've been the latest victim of the tush push. Jalen Hurts scored one of those in the shellacking of the Chiefs on Sunday.
That was the difference, too. That was it. I mean, if it wasn't for that tush push, we would have won that Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
You think they should ban the tush push?
I've been saying this from the jump that they should ban the tush push, and it's not just because it's a play that works. It's not an aesthetically pleasing play. And if the Eagles are going to be this dominant force, they're going to be this wrecking ball, they're going to be maybe the next budding dynasty in the NFL based on what Howie Roseman and them are doing, you don't want them to be defined by an auralist action. Like the fact that that's Jalen Hurts' signature move kind of takes away from the lore of Jalen Hurts. He's probably one of the more aura-filled quarterbacks we have in the NFL. I probably would put him at number one. But he's kind of a boring watch. And a lot of it has to do with that short yardage crap that they do in the goal line and on every 4th and 2. So I'm a fan of getting rid of it. I think the Eagles can still convert on a very high rate with Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts in the backfield. Find another way, dude.
I think a fair comparison is when James Harden was making a living on drawing contact on three-pointers.
Yeah.
It's like they changed the rules because of that.
Yes.
Because no one wants to watch a guy shoot 3 free throws time after time after time. I think this is well within what could happen in the future. I think they're going to ban the tush push.
I hope they do ban the tush push. I'm not saying this just because the Eagles won. But screw the Eagles, though. So ban it. You know what? No, I don't care why they ban it. I don't care what reason they use. I hope Eagles fans cry about it, too.
We're going to West Virginia. Why? Get this.
Why? Yeah, why would anybody go to West Virginia? Good question.
This story is not on a tabloid that I walked past in the grocery store and picked it up. This is actually happening.
I'm staying on the bus, by the way.
Patrick Mahomes Sr. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes' pops, his dad.
Yeah.
He has recently signed a contract to box former Major League Baseball competitor John Rocker in a Barstool Sports-produced amateur boxing promotion, Rough and Rowdy. This comes after videos surfaced of Patrick Mahomes' dad, Mahomes Sr., and Rocker nearly coming to blows on Bourbon Street following the Chiefs' Super Bowl loss.
Okay.
This is all actually happening.
Yes.
April 16th, I think.
The fight's, first of all, fight's not going to happen. There's going to be a reason why somebody has to pull out or something's not going to be sanctioned right. The fight's not going to happen. The fact that Mahomes Sr. is partnering up with or allowing Barstool Sports to power this based on the history of some of the things that the owner of Barstool Sports proliferated and said. I mean, it is what it is. It's offensive as hell to me. I know it doesn't bother you, but it's degrading and offensive to me. So I can't rock with that side of it either. And I also do hope that people realize there's like a 100-pound gap in these two guys.
Yeah, John Rocker's jacked.
So why would we even watch that? Like, he's going to get beaten to smithereens.
And he's old.
They're both old, I thought.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They both, Mahomes Sr. looks a little older, maybe because of his affinity for, getting a little tipsy-turvy.
I guess so.
That was fun.
Next stop.
Well, we've arrived to our final destination, and you see the green, you see the yellow, you see the sign that says Duffy's Sports Grill.
That's right, baby. Duffy'sMVP.com. Duffy'sMVP.com. That's where you can tap in to not only become a rewards member, an MVP like me, but also check and find out what's the closest Duffy's to me, right? What's on the menu at Duffy's Sports Grill? You'll be very amused and very elated to see the many items they have. They're known for their award-winning burgers, their jumbo wings, but C-Cat, those starters, it's not just the gridiron starters we had during football season. These things, they have starters all year round.
Underrated starter at Duffy's, trust me, tuna tataki.
Yeah?
Yes.
I actually haven't had that yet.
They've got these pieces of tuna on these wonton chips with the perfect drizzle on top.
I have had it. It's delicious. You're right.
Yes. It's one of my go-tos that people raise their eyebrow at. Hey, we're at a sports bar. Why are you getting that? Because it's delicious. I love Duffy's, man.
They execute that well. They got the firecracker shrimp. They got the mozzarella sticks. So many different options. Of course, the Major League Burger is both of our favorite entree there, but you go and decide for yourself what you like most off the menu. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day, 80 or more televisions in every location. Duffy's Sports Grill. At Duffy's, our game is always on. Our game's going to have to be on the other side. The happy hour begins, and it starts with Todd Fleming from the CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches doing a little Who Missed the Cut? Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
DQ Grill and Chill, always your Valentine for delicious treats. Enjoy the blizzard of the month, the Red Velvet Cake Blizzard. Indulge in real red velvet cake pieces and cream cheese icing blended with DQ Signature Soft Serve. Make sure you pick up your Cupid cake, a great Valentine's Day gift, with DQ Grill and Chill's custom red velvet or a specific flavor for your liking. $13.99 through Valentine's Day. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift with endless possibilities. Give a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. Breakers gift cards let you treat the one who matters most to the things they love the most, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of on- and off-site boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler's Steakhouse. What's even better, For a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach and remind them why they fell in love with you in the first place. Visit thebreakers.com today.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's the Good Greek Spiro. For the best move ever, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Eat, putt, drink. PopStroke Palm Beach is now open. Located right next to Palm Beach International Airport, PopStroke is your new go-to destination for all things fun. Hit the greens with 36 holes of next-level mini golf, grab a bite at our full-service restaurant, or chill at one of the lively bars. Want to level up? Yeah! Join our monthly membership for unlimited mini golf and exclusive discounts on food and drinks.
Yes!
Plan your next visit today at popstroke.com.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is a Friday. It is Valentine's Day. This is Theoretically Speaking. It's your boy Theo Dorsey back at it again in the happy hour. We've got some great stuff coming your way. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And it's obviously serendipitous on Love Day. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass, on the ones and the twos. He's feeling the vibes. And Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, right here on your YouTube streams. I hope you're tapped in. I hope you're watching. Because Todd, he's bringing the vibes as well. How you doing on this Friday, man?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. We got past last Sunday, so we won't bring it up again.
Yeah. Well, I don't even remember what happened last Sunday.
We're in spring training time. The energy in this town is picking up, and we are 10 days away from tournament week, so I'm feeling great.
You're right. Oh, you're right. My anniversary. My first anniversary was last Sunday.
Not the other day, the anniversary.
And then I think Kendrick Lamar had a concert. That was really fun.
He had a very, very bold statement on live television to a multitude of people.
Yeah, he did. He did. And Drake dropped his album in response today. He dropped an album with Party Next Door, which, by the way, C-Cat, you graded
It's an A+. Like, seriously.
So I have it loaded up. When I leave here, that's my music for the way home.
Yeah, you got to check it out. And
I'm in.
So the difference between I've heard the first 2 songs or so. I know you're waiting to hear it. I like to listen to an album all the way through.
Me too.
Before I judge it. C-Cat, how much have you listened to it so far?
I haven't pressed play yet. No, I've purchased it on vinyl and I bought it on iTunes. You can still do that, by the way. You can go like
Hold
there's
on,
Apple
you
Music.
have it on vinyl.
No,
it's in the mail.
Have it on vinyl.
I purchased for like $21.99 on iTunes.
Why?
I bought the. You got to support
Wow.
Drake. It's a tough time for him right now.
He is part of the Owl family for some odd reason. He's not even a Drake fan, but he's just supporting him in a downtime.
Great logo. Good logo.
I saw
Great
beef, and I wanted to pick the side where I saw less people on because they needed help and support. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm
OVO.
learning a lot about C-Cat over the last couple weeks.
He's OVO fam. You, Kevin Durant, and who's the other basketball player? There's somebody else from Canada who sides with Drake there. I think there's a football player in there.
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett might.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett might. There's a football.
Lou Dort.
Oh, you know who it was? Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard for the Panthers. No, this is so serious. He's big. He's a Canadian. I know this is a stupid deep cut. By the way, I feel like I'm lacking my journalism skills by not telling y'all Raheem Mostert getting cut by the Dolphins, by the way. That's some breaking news that just dropped about an hour ago or so.
Dallas Cowboys.
You think
Let's go.
He's 32.
I don't care. We need something.
He's a running back at 32 years old. You're right.
I don't care.
I mean,
we need depth. We need numbers in Dallas. Let's go.
So he's available. That means for fantasy football players out there, it's time for Jalen Wright. It's time twice as much more for Devon Achane. But yeah, Chuba Hubbard, Panthers running back, who was a fantasy superstar this past year in fantasy football. He's from Canada, and the reason why I bring this up is not only is he a big Drake guy, and he's picked Drake in this beef, obviously. The Panthers, he had a big play or something. Something happened, and the Panthers social media team tweeted it out and used his image and said something that was a Kendrick line.
Okay.
Oh.
And I can't remember exactly what it was, but then he shot back at it. He was actually mad about it. It was like a problem for him.
I respect it. If that's your guy and you're from Canada and they're
LeBron can never.
He's not on the payroll, man. Damn it, he's not on the payroll. We need LeBron can never. He's C-Cat. He's like one of those. He's like an internet troll in real life.
Yeah, that's it. I don't care about this at all. Yeah, I don't care. I don't listen
he just
to music.
keeps stoking the flames.
Yes,
I love
no
it.
reason.
Yeah.
For no apparent reason. So so he's a big. He's a big Drake guy, though he's probably pressed play on a Drake song less than 5 times.
Hotline Bling still number 1 in my head.
Okay,
that's it. I have the
There's
same
a slew
turtleneck.
of other ones that you need to listen to,
Yes,
please.
Yes, I cannot believe this. The happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking, man. It's always a good groove when Ty Fleming pulls up. We are now, like you said, 10 days away.
10 days from tournament week.
Oh, my gosh. 10 days from the Cognizant Classic and the Palm Beach is pulling up to Palm Beach Gardens, to PGA National, a world-renowned course. Perfectly fit for a world-renowned tournament. How hectic is it? I can't believe you even had time to pull up on us today, man.
Well, I mean, this is happy hour, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, we're drinking old fashions today.
There we go.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. But
later tonight, it's Valentine's Day.
Metaphorically, we are. It's Valentine's Day later tonight. But no, it's look, I've got a great team, and we put a lot of diligence for the last 11 months.
Yeah.
So we're in prep mode. We're in finalization mode. We're in getting things done mode. There's been some moments, but ultimately we got a whole nother week. Things are up. The colors are starting to come together. People are in a good mood. Sales are going great. So the community's really been supporting. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna miss this for the world.
So you worked that hard for 11 months so that last month is not just death and despair and hecticness. So this is smooth sailing now.
Well,
yeah, I was about to say.
Smooth is subjective, my friend. But yes, what you're talking about, this is why you put all the preparation in to try to get to this moment to bring something out of the ground. Now, again, there's a whole hell of a lot of people over at that golf course right now doing all the work.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about 26 and beyond already.
Okay.
So,
yeah. That's smart. He's macro guy. You got a lot under your plate there. A couple quick things I want to get to. These are going to be quick hitters for you, Ty, because not only do we love and respect your sports opinion, our fans here at Theoretically Speaking at ESPN 106.3 do as well. So we want to get a couple quick answers from you on some hot topic things. Number one, can you give your pick of the side in the Drake-Kendrick beef? Which one you rolling with right now? As obviously Kendrick's in the lead, but who you favoring?
Yeah, look, I love them both. I appreciate Drake. I respect Drake. He lost this one pretty handedly, right? And, for the fact he was out of the country on Sunday, right? I mean, he had a concert somewhere else.
Yeah. Out there.
He was gone. So, look, this is Kendrick all the way, and I don't think he's letting up. I think he's got more in the bag, and I think there's going to be more more thrown out into the public.
Yeah, he's going on tour. Starts in April in Minneapolis, and I will be at least one of those tour stops. So I'll report back with that. Another one that has come up recently, a couple of days ago here, not on this show, but on Russo and Rizzo, which follows us 4 to 6. Who you taking all time? I mean, I'm not going to ask you where Kobe Bryant is in your all-time NBA list, but after Kevin Durant dropped 30,000 points, there was a show host on these airwaves that said KD is greater than Kobe Bryant. Which one of those guys' careers, legacies, play styles are you taking when it comes to NBA greats?
Again, this isn't even a question to me.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant played both ends of the court.
There you go.
Nobody will ever confuse Kevin Durant as a defensive player.
Yeah.
Right? Kobe Bryant, again, go back and watch the documentary of the Dream Team or the Redeem Team.
Right. That one,
right?
yeah.
What did he do in the gold medal game? Very first play of the game. Ran through his brother.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, legitimately, those two walked around like they were brothers.
Still, like, think about Paul Gasol.
Is taking care of
Kobe's fam. Like,
Kobe's
he's with
fam
them
after the
locked
fact.
up, yeah.
Plowed right through him. Kobe Bryant, hands down, better career, better basketball player, more intensity than Kevin Durant.
He's the ultimate competitor, man.
Absolutely.
There's something to be said about athletes who hate losing more than they love winning. Where losing actually impacts you, drives you in a way even more so than the the benevolence, the fun, the joy of getting a win. That's what makes me think differently of Jalen Hurts. He spoke about that.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes himself, Tom Brady talks about how his Super Bowl losses stick with him more, and that's what drove him to more success.
Absolutely. That's what when
Kobe
you're
was like that.
When you're a winner and a real competitor, that's what drives you.
Yeah.
Right? Not burner accounts.
Yeah.
Not burner accounts.
Yeah.
Actually going out and performing. The other thing is, look, the lasting impression that we have of Kobe is what? What did he do in his final game?
60 ball.
60.
Oh, man.
And again, now may have shot 60 shots.
Yeah, but that's the Kobe
that's
experience.
Kobe. That's Kobe,
Yeah.
right? So Kobe for me, hands down.
Yeah, thank you. I think anybody, I don't care where you have Kobe ranked, as long as it's 11 or higher on your all-time list. At that point, it becomes which style does you like more?
Correct.
What flavor are you more of a fan of? But Kobe's top 11 at the very least. Okay, all of that's behind us. Now we can get forward with the business.
Those were easy.
Of the day. Yeah, I appreciate it. I thought so myself. But there was a lot of discourse here and a lot of fighting. Almost came to fist blows.
Well, there's a street right out here that's blocked off. That maybe that's what that was for.
Hey,
I
you
don't
know what I'm saying? Like
hey, Rosemary's blocked off. Maybe
if I hear a take like that again, we might have to step out there in City Place. CCAT, we got Who Missed the Cut today with Todd Fleming. We do this all the time where it's 4 come in, only 3 can survive, 1 misses the cut. This one is interesting because of the way it came about. CCAT was pushing, we got to talk more golf now because we're closer to the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
Yep.
And this was hard for us to come up with these 4, specifically because as people that aren't like professional golfers or people that golf all the time, it was hard for us to figure out which golf achievements matter more than other ones, right? Like,
yeah, you know when you hear like a PR department talk about a new logo or a new look, that it tested well. Like we had a bunch of focus groups, it tested well. We had our own focus groups here in the office. People are pulling their hair out over this Who Missed the Cut when it comes to golf.
Okay.
It's
look, the topics, what you guys sent to me, what we discussed a little bit over text.
Yeah.
I'm very opinionated on this. I think it's rather simple.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Hot take. I think it's rather simple.
Well, let's not keep the people waiting any longer. Time now for your favorite segment on a Friday.
Oh, my goodness. This is not good. It's beyond hard to watch.
4 will enter. 3 will survive. It's time for Who Missed the Cut? Presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, February 27th through March 2nd.
That's right. The tournament is right around the corner. Can't wait for tournament week. Can't wait to be in the house at PGA National. And make sure, again, where can people get their tickets to the Cognizant Classic, Todd?
You can visit the website at thecognizantclassic.com. Everything's out there. As we've said in the past, there's hospitality still left. Bear Trap gone Friday, Saturday. All the way.
Okay.
Thursday and Sunday. I got to make sure people understand this. Thursday and Sunday, there's probably about 20 tickets left. You better get moving if you want to be in the Bear Trap for 2025.
20 tickets left for the Bear Trap.
Pull over right now, side of the road, and buy them. It's simple.
CognizantClassic.com. And then also, obviously, Grounds Pass is still available.
Grounds Passes are still available. Fan activation zones are coming up. I think people are really, really going to like the fan activation zones. They're brought to us by FPL Fan Villages. It's going to be a lot of food, a lot of local kind of varieties in there, plus some fun things to do while you're in those fan villages.
Sounds like a good time to me. TheCognizantClassic.com. Get your tickets today. And now we get to the topics for Who Missed the Cut. These are golf achievements, individual golf achievements. 4 options right here. A hole-in-one. Self-explanatory. An albatross, which C-Cat had to explain to me today.
A 2 on a par 5.
2 on a par 5.
Yeah. I kept calling it an Alcatraz. Oh, no, not that. Okay.
No, that's how I play golf because I'm always off to the side somewhere, not in play. Yeah.
Hole-in-one, an albatross, a tournament win. This is an individual tournament win, not a scramble. Right, This is you being the highest scorer in a tournament.
Are you taking a knock at my win at the Boca Raton Artisan?
Okay.
Is
that your latest victory there?
That's my latest victory. Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, like, you have a lot of tournament wins. I'm not sure how many of them were your own individual doing. So that counts as one. And then also right here, breaking 80.
For the first time.
For the first time, breaking 80. It has to be a great feeling.
Yeah.
I'm so far away from it right now, I don't even understand. Is that possible?
We're going to find out soon.
I know. And I got a bone to pick with you about that as well. We're going to talk about that after we're done deciphering this, because I found out about one of the ramifications of said outing we have planned.
All right, so I think it's my week, right?
You get the vulnerability, or the, what is not vulnerability? What's the word?
The honor, the privilege.
The honor, yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, again, as somebody, I didn't grow up. I've always played golf. I didn't grow up on a golf team. I did none of that. So, homemade swing, taught myself, went through all the battles. What makes it for me is breaking 80 for the first time. That's got to make the cut because not a lot. I mean, it's like 1% of golfers ever do it. And that feeling when you finally do it, homemade swing, tailor-made swing, doesn't matter. You break 80, that signifies something. So for me, mentally, you've crossed the threshold. You got to make the cut when you break 80.
Over a hole-in-one.
Hold on. Yes, I'm telling you, that is something. Because, again, you can play your entire life and not be close to a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
You played long enough, you play consistent enough, you, in your mind, that is the threshold. That is a goal. I got to break 80.
It's got immunity.
Can I have a 7 in front of it?
So breaking 80 makes the cut. Have you broken 80 before?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
Okay. How many times? Do you remember the first time you broke 80?
I do. I remember the first time I broke it. It was at the Cowboys Country Club in Dallas, at Grapevine, actually. And so, I shot a 79. I don't have a lot. I've got probably 2 handfuls of doing it, but the lowest I've ever shot is a 76.
So we talked with a college golfer, Cade Chumson, who here in the airways before, and he said that was one that struck for him too.
Yeah.
So like me, you both, Todd and former college golfer Cade, are better golfers than me and Theo, and Cade said 80's the number. Like breaking 75 for the first time, that's good, but it's not the same feeling as breaking 80. Or breaking par is good, but breaking 80 means a lot.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you've crossed over to signifying I can actually play this game.
Yeah.
No matter how my swing is, no matter what I do, if I'm in trouble, I'm not. There's a 7 in front of this. I'm only so much shots off of par. It's a mental thing. You got to break 80. That's why it makes the cut.
I think that's a greater achievement than finishing a marathon. I'll say it.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I do.
He hates marathon runners.
I don't know. I've done both.
Oh my God! What have you not done?
You
find out he has an NBA championship as well.
Todd put a lot more work on the golf course, on the practice screen, at a driving range to break 80 than it was for the marathon he ran.
That is fair. I spent decades trying to break 80. I spent 20 weeks to prepare and run a marathon.
Simple.
We did it. Okay, so clearly breaking 80 is the number one accomplishment. What's left is a hole-in-one, an albatross, and a tournament victory, an individual tournament victory. Who misses the cut? Which one of these do we feel like is probably the lowest hanging fruit? To me, I think a tournament win.
Ooh, keep going. I want to hear what C-Cat has to say.
Tournament
Todd,
win.
you led this off by saying it's easy, and I still don't know where you're sitting here. I don't have a weakest link on these 3 options.
So the way that I approach this is the majority of people that play golf in this entire world, right, are everyday people.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, again, there's 123 million people that played golf in this country last year, right? In some form or fashion.
Yeah.
Right? So again, that's 33% of the country, 35% of the country, whatever percentages you want to use. The majority of them are never going to have an opportunity to play in a tournament. club championship, a tournament, unless you get to this mythical thing of I can shoot par, I'm a scratch golfer, I'm on a golf team, whatever it is, and you got to be really, really good to do that. You can do these other things that are on this list. You don't necessarily have to be good. You just have to be able to swing the club, and the ball has to go in the direction that you need it to go. For those two other things that are on this list, that to me was, I approached it from, if I'm an everyday golfer, which I am. All right, I've played in scrambles. I've never played in a solo man tournament, right? So when I approached it, I've never had a hole-in-one, right? And again, I've been playing since I can remember. I'm 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
Never been close, right? I mean, a foot, right?
Right.
Which is, you're still a foot.
That's tough. Yeah.
Right? And so, and however many rounds of golf, wherever you play. So to me, the next one in line that would cross is a hole-in-one.
That'll be the second best thing here.
Yeah. You got to make, so if you get a hole-in-one, and then by the way, I know a lot of people who have multiple holes-in-ones, which I can't believe it. I ask them, can I hold one?
Yeah. Come on.
Can I get one?
One time.
I mean, in lieu of money, let me hold your hole-in-one, right?
Yes.
Like, give that to me. So I think if you get a hole-in-one, you don't have to be a great golfer. I will tell you this. Gentleman Inside the PGA Tour helps us on all of our events in regards from an operational standpoint. Has a hole-in-one, never played golf since. Has a when it was not good. He told me, he's like, I think I shot 117.
Yeah.
But he has a hole-in-one. It's hanging up. He's got it.
That's raps.
Doesn't play golf yet. Doesn't want to. Doesn't care to. But here's the thing. He's got a hole-in-one on the island green at Sawgrass.
Oh, my gosh.
Think about that. That's why it makes the cut.
That's crazy.
You could be at your local muni lot. You could be at your local muni lot. Doesn't matter. 120, 110, 80, 150, 186.
Crazy.
I pulled my club. I swung my club. It went in that hole for life. Put that on my grave.
You're stamped.
Yeah.
So my argument, I'm with you here with the hole-in-one versus the albatross, because the albatross is less common. It's harder to do. You don't see them very often in any level of golf.
No.
Versus hole-in-ones, you kind of get one somewhere competitively every weekend on TV. And then obviously, like you said, at your local muni lot, they happen.
Yeah.
I want to see the ball in the hole. I think on a lot of albatrosses, if you make a 2 on a par 5, it's because you pulled out your 3-wood or you went driver off the deck and you pound it and you never actually saw the ball go in the hole. You lost the ball.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then you got up there and realized it late.
So that's why I think that the hole-in-one is safe, because you don't have that moment of seeing the ball get close to the hole and disappear.
Right.
You just lose the ball.
Or that moment of did it.
Yeah.
And, oh, man, let's run up there and take a look. Because there's a lot of times you see it tracking, and it may go because of the contours or whatever it is. It goes into the shadow, whatnot. You think it is, and you're asking. So for 150 yards, you're sprinting in a whatever it is. You're walking in a golf cart, talking to somebody else. You see it in the cup. Yeah. And if you're fortunate enough to watch it fly all the way off your club, roll in, I agree with you, C-Cat. That's why it's safe.
I think hole-in-one is safe. Breaking 80 is safe. It's down to albatross and a tournament win.
Because I think with an albatross, you got to be a certain level of good to have a chance to. That means your drive puts you in range, and you still got to be able to hit that club off the deck. You can't luck into an albatross as much as you can a hole-in-one.
Here's what I'll say. Between an albatross and a tournament win, if somebody walked into this station right now and told me, one time I hit an albatross, first of all, I'll say, what the hell is that? And then when they explain it to me, I say, okay, well, that's great. That's amazing. That's cool. I would be impressed, but, it sounds like a more of a stroke of luck thing. If somebody tells me I won an individual tournament at insert thing here, I'm going to think that person is an elevated level of golfer. They have a trophy. They have prize money. They have bragging rights at a club because of how well they played golf over 18 holes. I think it's a bigger accomplishment to win an individual tournament.
I think you're right. I think you may have just unlocked the code here for where we're going to get to. There's consistency in winning a tournament.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, again, whether
or you
it's
can just play a bunch of bad people.
1 day, 2 days, 4 days, you had to be the most consistent and best player over that period of time. Whereas as an albatross, could get lucky, or it's one shot.
Yeah.
It's not the consistency throughout the entire 18 holes or 2 days worth of golf.
Plus, you're going to have to explain that to more people. I'm just honestly, you're going to have to explain it to more people. Like, you can't be at the, like you meet a girl off of a dating app, you go on your first date, y'all are chopping it up. What's one fun thing about you? What's an interesting thing? Oh, one time I got an albatross.
She's getting up.
Yeah, she's like,
she's going to get up and leave.
Yeah.
She's going to like, this guy scares me.
But a hole-in-one, that resonates with everybody.
Everybody knows what that means. Self-explanatory, as you said.
Yeah.
So I think we just determined it.
That's
All
it.
right. Club championship, winning the tournament, makes the cut. Sorry, Albatross. Nice bird.
Albatross. It was fun.
Oh, my goodness. This is not good. It's beyond hard to watch.
Sending Albatross to Alcatraz. Thing didn't make the cut. Sorry about that, man.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
That was healthy.
That was healthy. We were educational.
Yeah.
Debated. Arrived at the right answer.
Todd, now my bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I am honored, first of all, especially to be able to be a part of a foursome here with one of the greatest golfers I know. Apparently, you've broke 80 several times. You've done so at magnificent golf clubs, even in my home state. So I'm happy to be doing this with you this week at PGA National, ahead of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Just got a text from Amanda here, Todd. Just got a text from Amanda with PGA Tour.
Who's Amanda?
Amanda's with
Amanda
Todd's team.
Cantor runs PR and communications for us here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
She's great people.
Yes, great people.
She says, just so you know, it will be walking with caddies.
Oh.
It will be walking with caddies. Now, I love it that we have a caddy.
Okay.
Sounds like multiple caddies. I'm not sure.
I'm not hearing anything bad so far.
Walking? You got me out here walking in the South Florida sun, Todd? I'm not a PGA pro. Well, how bad does it have to feel to walk and shoot a 130?
All right.
That's what's about to happen on Wednesday.
No. Here's what we do, right? Amongst friends.
Yes, okay.
When you hit 8, you pick up, put an 8 on the scorecard. We're not out here playing for money. We're out here to look at the course. We're out here to have a good time. Maybe have a few little drinks from our friends Tito's and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to shoot a 130. If we're close, we're both picking up.
Okay,
right?
cool.
So,
and it's a scramble too, so I won't be.
We're going to be just fine.
Okay,
right. So here's the difference. Walking keeps you loose. We're going to be able to walk and talk. You're going to be the pace of play compared to the alternative of cart path only in the cart, which means we get in the cart. We drive up, figure out where our ball is.
Right.
We may be 100 yards away from that ball. We got to figure out which clubs do we have to take, walk 100 yards, figure out if we can find our ball, figure out what our distance is to our next shot or to the hole, and figure out then, do I have the right club? So this is a much better way because now you got a caddy that's going to be with you that says your game is not good today.
we're projecting. We're assuming. Yes.
And I'm saying he may be saying that to me too because the course is in really good condition.
We're playing the champion course?
Oh, yeah. I played it on Saturday.
Yeah.
2 Saturdays ago.
Okay.
I did not play well. I did not break 80. And
so, Theo, you're complaining about walking PGA National?
I'm a spoiled man.
Oh, my gosh. This is worse than I thought.
C-Cat. Championship course.
I know.
A week before the professionals tee it up in our Pro-Am.
No.
And then 8 days before they go challenge the course to try to win money.
Now, y'all both know why I'm complaining.
3,000 people just punched their radio.
I know.
They punched the radio in their car.
First of all, you know I'm eternally grateful and I'm excited for the opportunity. I'm complaining more so because I feel like I might make a fool of myself. So,
I'm just trying to figure out why Amanda didn't copy me on that text because I have a bunch of comments coming.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're about to find out soon. Walking.
Loop me back in.
But we do have caddies. I will be at the driving range every morning until then. I will not embarrass myself. I will not embarrass, theoretically speaking, in ESPN West Palm. We're going to have a great time. And also, of course, grateful to be able to go out there and kick it with y'all. Maybe I'll pick up some good tips from you out there on the course as well.
You will. And by the way, maybe vice versa. And you will. Everybody in this county will hear if there's an albatross or a hole-in-one that's done during our round. The whole county will hear about it because Theo's tab will be opened at the local establishment.
Yes, sir.
And it will not stop until the whole county comes and gets a drink.
You think I would ever shut up? Do you think I would ever shut up if I hit a hole-in-one or albatross at PGA National?
I think, yes. I think you would.
Designed by Jack Nicklaus?
I think that you would talk more if you had an albatross. Because it gives you more content. It gives you something more to do.
And I got to explain. I would love for – I got an albatross. I'm like, what's that? happy to tell you.
You would tattoo the albatross. It's a bird, by the way. An albatross is a bird.
Oh, it is a bird.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said nice bird.
Yes.
Didn't make the cut.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
You would get a tattoo
I would have to get a tattoo.
of the albatross.
Okay, so Wednesday when I hit my first albatross, I get a tattoo.
Now you're taking it too far.
And again, one more time, if you want tickets to the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach, it's at PGA National, which starts 10 days from now, thecognizantclassic.com. It's going to be a great time. Todd, great times as always, man.
Thank you, my friend. See you next week.
On the other side, we will be seeing you next week, hopefully with good tales to tell from our golf
We're going to have a lot of stories.
Wednesday. On the other side, man, we got the midday midterms. Tina pulls up for the happy hour. We're grading Aaron Rodgers, and she is passing it with flying colors. What the hell? Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks. And they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
DQ Grill and Chill, always your Valentine for delicious treats. Enjoy the blizzard of the month, the Red Velvet Cake Blizzard. Indulge in real red velvet cake pieces and cream cheese icing blended with DQ Signature Soft Serve. Make sure you pick up your Cupid cake, a great Valentine's Day gift, with DQ Grill and Chill's custom red velvet or a specific flavor for your liking. $13.99 through Valentine's Day. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Tina in the house, watch your mouth. C-Cat still on the other side of the ones and the twos. Vibes high here in the happy hour on Theoretically Speaking. A couple quick notes, though. I mentioned earlier Raheem Mostert. He is on the out. Also, Travis Hunter, Colorado cornerback / wide receiver. He is being listed as a defensive back at the NFL Draft Combine. So an interesting play there because we know he wants to play both ways in the NFL. And I don't know if it was his representation that chose to do so or if it was just the way that the NFL has aligned him to be, but he will be listed as a D-back. I still think that my process for Hunter works very strongly. You start him full-time at corner. You use him on passing downs, third down, red zone stuff. He's still going to get pretty good stats. And having a shutdown corner way more important than just having a chain move.
They could have put athlete, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they can, right? I've seen that in the past a little bit here and there, but I think you have to work out with a certain position group is the thing.
I see. You can't just make an exception for one guy.
Yeah, because you have to, because it's like, all right, DB's over here, linebackers over here, edges over here. So I think
he was forced to pick, and he did.
And if you are going to pick one, again, that is the one that takes the most amount of like technical and schematic like precision, if you will, like learning the different coverages, working on those details. Like cornerback is the hardest position to play maybe in football, whereas wide receiver is one of the easiest.
You can find dimes at the end of the draft and like a dime a dozen for a reason. Like you can find a diamond in the rough with a receiver, but I think those high cornerback draftees have a pretty good hit rate.
It's tough. It is tough. But yeah, you're right. High-rated corners do very well. We see that with Patrick Surtain Jr. We saw it with Sauce Gardner. We're going to see it with Travis Hunter. Tina's in the house. Did you hear what the cocktail of the day is?
No, I did not.
Do you have one for Valentine's Day?
I do have one for Valentine's Day. I heard you guys were talking about old fashioned.
Well, that was just Todd. He was just tossing it up as an idea. I just wanted to know if that aligned with what your cocktail of the day actually is.
It did not.
Okay.
My cocktail of the day
Hold on. Your cocktail of the day. Tina's cocktail of the day in the happy hour is presented by Kaiser, by the way. And what is said cocktail of the day, Tina?
Cupid's French 75.
Oh.
That sounds fancy, right?
That does, honestly.
That sounds really fancy. It is sparkling rosé, lemon juice, simple syrup, and gin.
This is sweet.
Yes, this is very sweet.
But to be honest with you, this is a drink that I could see my wife ordering. This is a drink. And, today I'm in charge of the cocktails for my wife and I's Valentine's excursion, if you will.
It's not at home?
Well, I'm going to do a cocktail at home. She's going to do a dessert at home. We're going to do dinner out.
Okay.
So that's our plan because as I was discussing with C-Cat, I thought that us putting our own creative touch on Valentine's Day can make it more personable.
No, he's trying to be cheap. Trying to save money.
Whoa.
That's what he's trying to do.
No,
Hey, I saw the liquor store that's closest to your apartment, and that place is like scary. It's cheap.
It actually is. Stop calling it an apartment. You did it on purpose again.
No, I assume I call everyone's residence apartments nowadays.
Yeah.
I think, though, like you and Ashley already.
HOA board.
you make your own cocktails.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is your guys' thing.
It's on par. Yeah, he's trying to make it seem like I'm trying to budget and save money. Why would I do that on Valentine's Day of all days? You know how much I love this holiday.
I feel like it's way more money to make cocktails at home because even if you're only having one, you have to buy the bottle. You have to buy if there's like syrup involved. If there's, anything on top. Like there's a lot that you have to buy to make a drink.
If it's not happy hour, you're dropping for a cocktail, for a craft cocktail.
At a Valentine's Day dinner.
Where the Dorseys go out to eat and drink.
It's at least $18 to $21 for one, yeah.
If you're getting two of those, dropping a Benjamin.
Yeah.
You're right. So we'll see what...
That's $72.
My plan was not to save money. It was to put a personal touch on Valentine's Day. But that's great.
And you have a fancy cocktail in mind?
Yeah, I do have one in mind. It's in my mind, though. I don't want to put it out there. She might be listening.
I don't want you to spoil it.
Yeah. So she'll see. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University. They are the ones that helped present that drink of the day. But, of course, the Kaiser University champions, they reside across all of their different sporting teams, 22 national titles, including back-to-back national championships in men's lacrosse, 3 straight in NAIA women's swimming and diving, and, of course, the 2023 NAIA football championship. They made the title game last year as well, man. KU dominates. They've captured 60-plus regular season and conference tournament championships. They also have that Learfield Cup trophy, and oh, what a beauty it is. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawks athletics, KUSeahawks.com. Time for some midday midterms. C-Cat, what's up first?
Let's grade Galentine's Day.
Oh, I did that last night.
Tina, grade Galentine's Day, because I'm sure, were you introduced to Galentine's Day from Parks and Rec, or is this a thing before that show existed?
So, I actually love Parks and Rec, the show. But no, it was introduced to me earlier than that.
And what is it?
Galentine's Day is when you just get together with your gals. And it's just, it's all your friends. And I did a Galentine's last night with all my F45 fitness gals. And it was a really fun night.
Yeah.
Get out of the gym. We had some wine. We ordered sushi in. And we had some desserts. We had a cookie cake, some chocolate, some Girl Scout cookies. It was so fun.
They burn pictures of your ex and stuff?
Yeah.
No, we did not do that.
Well, what did y'all grade it? What'd you grade it?
I would grade Galentine's an A+.
F.
Are you sad there's not a...
Bad holiday.
I have no opinion on it. What's your problem?
A Galentine's?
I can't get into the details of it. A few years back in my single days, I was FaceTimed at a Galentine's Day.
They were talking about you.
Didn't know I was getting involved into it. Was a room full of people in pink and red, and it just I didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy the process. Also, why the hell? Why? What are we doing?
There's no Boyatine's Day. We don't have...
Make it up. I don't know. Figure it out.
Galentine's. I just think it's a silly idea.
Why is it silly? It's just getting together with your gals. Everyone's going to go
Just
out
do it.
today and tomorrow with their spouses and partners, and this is just to get with your friends.
Oh, Galentine's. We'll do a big slumber party. And yeah, whatever. It sucks. F.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, grade this for me.
Galentine's Days. That should be the next executive order. An executive order against Galentine's.
Oh
Tina, this one's for you and only you.
Okay.
Grade Aaron Rodgers.
Like as what? An athlete, a human?
Interpret it.
Yeah, this is for you to interpret.
I'm going to give him a C.
Whoa.
Wow. What?
First ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm going to give him a C.
Are you related with him? Is that why?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he must be a family member. Why do you give him a C?
Because he's not an A. He's not an F. He's in the middle. He's a C.
But you love this documentary. You became an Aaron Rodgers fan after Enigma.
I did not become a fan, but I felt for him. Because in this documentary, you see someone who's a total introvert and is forced to be an extrovert. And then he has family telling him be smaller, stop all this. He's again a Hall of Fame quarterback. And his family is can you stop? Can you please chill out a little bit? And I felt bad for him.
Yeah. Well,
because again, in this he's just going to live his dream and play professional football, and he got there, but he didn't want everything that comes along with it, unfortunately.
That documentary was obviously a propaganda machine, and it got to Tina. I'm sorry, Tina.
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry
He's
that you
C.
got. Yeah, I get it. That was the happy hour. That was Tina. She might be back on the other side as well. We got a coolest moment, and Anthony Edwards duck. Stick around. Theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3. ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Experience the thrill of Formula One in Miami from May 2nd through the 4th. For the first time, one-day grandstand tickets are available. Starting at just $65, it offers all the flexibility you need for your schedule. Do you want the best value for your weekend? Grab a 3-day grandstand ticket and catch every moment of the on-track action all weekend long. Choose your vantage point all over the track with the breathtaking views of all the action. Visit F1MiamiGP.com to explore grandstand options and secure a spot at the 2025 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix. The race that's an experience.
This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift with endless possibilities. Give a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. Breakers gift cards let you treat the one who matters most to the things they love the most, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of on- and off-site boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler's Steakhouse. What's even better, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach and remind them why they fell in love with you in the first place. Visit thebreakers.com today.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
Edwards drives in on Wiggins. Anthony Edwards! A serious rack attack!
That from last night, courtesy of the NBA. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves, a posterization of Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren is maybe one of the 5 best rim defenders and defensive players in the league, and Ant put him on a poster as if he was just a lowly Brandon Knight. That is your coolest moment of the week, courtesy of EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. And Ant-Man had a little bit of follow-up. He gives you some context of what he was thinking afterwards.
All I was thinking for real was, he wouldn't deny me because usually they deny me. And then Jaden caught it. I'm like, let me see that, Slim. And just ripped quick. And all I was thinking was like, he not going to jump. And he came over like he was a little scared, I'm not going to lie. I don't think he jumped like to block it. He just jumped. He just wanted to be on the ribs. Shout out to Chet. Welcome home, baby.
Oh! Not only is that the coolest moment of the week, Anthony Edwards is the coolest person in sports right now. I think it's undeniable, unless you're the 38-year-old woman who's been texting back and forth with him about some complications in their relationship. Outside of that, Anthony Edwards can't do no wrong.
So you think Anthony Edwards is going to have Timberwolves fans that spot up out of nowhere that are from like New Orleans?
For sure.
They're not Pelicans fans. They're Anthony Edwards and Timberwolves fans.
I think, I'm an Anthony Edwards fan, and I'm a Heat fan. And I'm hoping that connection happens down the line. I think what's going to end up happening as well with Anthony Edwards, he needs the at least finals appearance and maybe even a championship to solidify himself as one of the greats, obviously, and as a person that is that magnetic to create fans all over the nation. When/if it does happen, though, that tidal wave is going to hit like none other. Like, Tina, that's a cool dude.
He's really cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
Smooth.
Theo said that Shaq was his first sports love. I said it was Eli Manning and the Giants winning in 07. Tina, who's your first sports love?
Mine was Troy Bolton, which was Zac Efron in High School Musical.
Not a bad pick.
No, not
That's
bad
not
pick.
actually. That looks pretty. It was good. Like when
Yeah.
you said that in the text, I smiled. I was like,
Yeah.
the High School Musical drop right there.
I'm a Corbin Blue guy, actually.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. Shout out Zero.
Yeah.
I hate musicals, as you all know. One of the very last musicals I actually did slightly enjoy was High School Musical.
I love that.
Yeah.
I loved all of them.
Yeah, it was good. I only watched the first one. There's multiple High School Musicals. How many?
Yes.
Like
I think there's
5?
3.
3, yeah.
Come on, man. What are we, Fast and Furious in this thing? It was over with. They won the basketball game. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy. Happy Valentine's Day.
South Florida's one and only PGA Tour event returns to the Champion Course at PGA National, February 26th through March 2nd. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches will deliver a best-in-class on-site experience featuring a variety of fan amenities alongside the premier competition.